Hi, my name is Kimberly from Zeeman Development. Today I'm going to show you how to import data from Formstack into Razor's Edge using Importacular. So the first thing you'll need to do, go to the plugins area of Razor's Edge and open up Importacular. Select the Formstack data source and select Start. And then we need to choose a form from Formstack and a date to import entries from. That will download our data. As you can see, we've got 2 records for review here, and we can then choose a mapping template, or we can create a new one pressing the plus symbol. But let's edit the one we've got here already. So you can see I've created some basic details for our new constituent. So if we open up the first one, you can see the Razor's Edge fields on the left and the options for the source field name in the middle. You can also select a default value. So if we click on the drop down, we can see the fields available to us from our form, and we can select which one of those we want to map to the first name field. Here I've got really basic details, so I've got the first name and I've got the last name. You can also select a default value for any of these areas as well. So let's save that. We've set up a default constituent code to add a Formstack pledge. And we've added an appeal as well for our online appeal. If we go to the address tab, I've created the constituent address here. And again, I've got the fields available from my form. And I've created a default type of home as well. Any required fields will have a little green tick next to them, so you can either select a field to map from or a default type. I've also got an email and a phone number. And then finally, I've got a gift. So I've got an online donation here. Again, I've filled in all of the green tick box fields, either with a default date or with a field from my form. And once you're happy with that, you can save and close it. We now need to create a control report, and this will just show us the data that's processed and any errors there might be. And we can choose to create a Razor's Edge query of our new and updated constituents as well. So once we press continue, we'll see our review screen here. And this will show us any new records or any records and the action that we're going to take in Razor's Edge. So with the first record, we can see that this is an update. So it's found a matching constituent in Razor's Edge. And if we scroll across the top, we can see that this is a good match. But if we're not 100% sure, we can open the constituent here, take a look at his record, make sure that we're happy that that's the same person, and then we can continue to update it. If we think it's a different person, then we can just choose to create a record instead, or we can set it to ignore, and that will push it to the control report. The second record's a brand new record. It hasn't found any matches, so we're going to create that as a new record. So this is an overview. If you click across the tabs at the top, then you can see a more detailed breakdown of the information that we're going to import. Into all the different fields and the gift information as well. Now, before we import it, we might want to check that all this information is going to go into Razor's Edge as we expect. So we can choose to simply validate the data before we import it. So let's validate. And we can see that there are no errors and no exceptions, so we're going to get a new record on Razor's Edge and an updated record. So let's untick that and import the data. And here's my query. And that's done. If we take a look at the control report, we can see that review screen here again. Any exceptions you'd find on the second tab, and the third tab contains your template as well. So let's close that. And let's close this and take a look at our new records. So if we find that query, it's here. So the first record is our updated record, so let's take a look. We can see we've added a new phone number We've added an email address. And we've added the appeal here as well. And then we've got our new record. We've got all of the details that have come in from our form. We've got an address, we've got a phone number, we've got an email address, and we've got the appeal information here. And we've also got our Formstack pledge constituent code down the bottom. Now you'll notice that our gifts haven't come in yet, and that's because they've gone into a batch. So let's take a look at that. So here at the bottom we can see our batch marked in Portacular. We've got 2 gifts to come in. So if you're happy with that, we can commit it. And that's complete. So let's go back to our record, and we can now find our gifts here as well, with all the fields that I imported. And that's how to import data from Formstack. I hope you found that useful. For more information, please visit our website, www.zeidman.info.